Hello, everyone. Welcome to BizChicks TV. This is the place where you can find tips and tools to help you do business better. We're here to help you run a profitable business that's fun to run and to take the hassle out of your hustle. And today we are here talking coffee tea, thoughts and conversations with Francine Gregory, real estate entrepreneur and tech diva. And I'm Terralina from California Cover Ups, and we are the Biz Chicks. We want to welcome everybody listening over in the clubhouse. To those of you who are watching on your social media channel of choice, we just want to say thank you. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for following. And thank you for all those wonderful hearts that you're sending. So, with that, we want to get started this morning. And we just say welcome to the conversation. How you doing this morning, Fran?
Good. Today's conversation is all about your top 10.
Mm.
Today we are talking about your top 10.
Mm.
And okay, you know how the American Bandstand had their top 10?
Ah, yeah, that's
Soul
really
Train
cool
had
one.
Soul Train had their top 10.
Oh, did they really? Okay.
I think there was anyway, the top 10.
There was
your-
a board, and yeah, there was a
And
list.
right. And so at this time of the year, it is good to think about what your top 10 for the next year will be. What will your top 10 look like? Um, I happen to I was playing with the Reminders app
Mm-hmm.
on iPhone because I was looking for a things to do app. And one of the lists, because you can create lists in the
Reminder.
Reminders app.
Mm-hmm.
And so one of the things that I had created over there and I had not seen it was my top 10 for 2020.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, oh my gosh, that was a while ago. But I
Mm.
know because of events that had occurred, I hadn't thought about, I didn't do a top 10 for 2021 or 2022. We were just trying to maneuver and figure out
Yes,
what was happening.
we were shifting constantly.
Right. So I had 8 things that I wanted to accomplish for 2020 at that time. And and it was just things that were personal to me,
Uh-huh.
not necessarily earth shattering or anything, just some things that I wanted to see
Mm.
happen in the next year.
Mm-hmm.
And so I said, okay, what is it that I want to do? Um, putting money in savings, uh, complete one of the books that I had written. And I did write I had said I wanted to write a book and get it
Mm-hmm.
published. Well, I was able to check that off, although I didn't do it in 2020. I did it in
Mm.
2022.
Mm-hmm.
But there were things,
That actually got done.
right. And I just wrote them down, just 10 things. Remember a few years back, we talked to the Biz Chicks about writing down 100 things that you want.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a fight. It was a fight because it was difficult for you to write down things what you want and
Mm-hmm.
without thinking about other people involved in the process. And well, do I want this? Am I being selfish because I want this?
Yes.
You're writing stuff down on your list, but oh, I can't write that down. But and it was just write 100 things and giving no thought of how you're going to get it done. Just stuff
Mm.
that you want, things that you want to see. No, okay, I got to write a strategy for each one of them. No,
Yes.
just write what it is that you wanted. And then after you have decided what you want for just the things that you want in life. Want a new hairdo. I want to get a massage every week or whatever the thing happens to be.
Okay.
After you have decided what it was that you wanted, Then you now will go and take the top 10 off that list for
Okay.
that year. Pick
Mm,
10 things off your big list and
that
and
makes
decide,
sense.
yeah, instead of trying to do the whole 100, you pick 10, your top 10 that you want to see happen. And we have a comment here from Mark. He says, one of the biggest lies that we tell ourselves in regard to what we want is, I don't know. You may not be
Mm.
conscious of it, but you know it. It's in there. If you can tell me what you don't want, then at
Ah,
some level, you know what you want.
okay.
Case in point, I do not like Neapolitan ice cream.
Mm,
The
okay.
one that has the chocolate, vanilla, and the
Yeah,
strawberry.
and strawberry. Mm-hmm.
I want chocolate or vanilla, not all three. I don't like the whole little mix up thing. And not and me knowing what I don't want makes it easier for me to either pick vanilla or chocolate.
Okay. That makes sense.
Knowing what you don't want.
Mm-hmm. Like I don't want ill health. So knowing that I don't want ill health, it would behoove me to pay attention to the things that would make me healthy.
Right.
Mm,
Or maintain your health. Hey
yes.
Ralph, happy Monday. Yeah, we had some fun over there, over on our, what is that, Feedback Friday.
Uh-huh.
Mark says here, I always have people start with the list of what they do not want,
Mm,
can no longer tolerate, etc. Once you have that done, go back. If you don't want this, what do I want? Play the opposites. And
that
now,
is a great approach. Oh,
yes, because we get stuck in the,
mm-hmm.
well, what do I really want? Well, I don't want this.
Yeah.
When you're picking out a color for your car, right?
Yes.
I want, and then you're trying to decide what colors you do. I don't want orange.
Okay.
I don't want black. I
Mm.
don't. And then you'll finally weed down to the one that you do want, the color that you want.
All right.
I don't want
Yeah.
gray. I want silver. There's a difference.
Mm-hmm.
Even
There's a
though,
way to niche it down. Yes.
right.
Mm-hmm.
There's this, okay, because, okay, here's the thing. I go to the nail salon and there is a certain nail color that I like.
Mm-hmm.
It's called I'm Not Really a Waitress.
Mm-hmm.
It's red. To most people, it's just red. To
Uh-huh.
me, there's just a little something different in the shade of red. And this is not it because
Mm-hmm.
they didn't have gel polish in my, I'm not really a waitress.
Uh-huh.
I wish they would make it so who if OPI is listening, please make a gel version of I'm not really a waitress.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I'm looking for the I don't want the fire engine red, the what is it, ruby red, the blah blah blah. I want I'm not really a waitress red. There's a certain shimmer and there's a certain color in it. And they and the nail people, they just look at me like, here are all these reds. Why can't you just pick one of these? But I know which red I want
Uh-huh.
because I don't want the other ones. And because I know that I don't want those other ones, I know exactly the red that I want.
Mm.
They're like,
Okay.
do you want to try another color? No. I know what I want when I go in. This is the color scheme I want. I don't need to do pinks and purples with stars and planets and I just give me that one.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to try another one?
No, not really. Mm-hmm.
Mark says it's imperative because our continued focus on what we don't like and don't want results in getting more of the same. You can only get what you want if you identify it and ask for it. I want my I'm not really a waitress red.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and sometimes people will try and help you by saying, "Well, just pick something." You just
Do
no.
something. Mm-hmm.
It's the same way when you're getting ready to eat and you're asking, Terry, I like how you do when you go to a restaurant. What don't you have on the menu? So we ain't gonna be here all day trying to you telling me, oh, we're out of that. Oh, we're out of that. What don't you have available so
Mm-hmm.
that I can make a choice?
Yeah, that's the worst when you have yourself all fixed for something only to find out it's not available when you could eliminate it up front. They knew they were out of X, Y, and Z.
Oh, you mean a sweet potato mash?
Yes. So we won't go there. Okay.
Oh, um, but yeah, the top 10. And
Mm-hmm.
and this is good because going into the next year, you want to know what it is. What 10 things would you like to accomplish?
Mm-hmm.
What
And revisiting the top 100, the 100 list. I like that idea of picking out the top 10 off that list.
right. And you just I learned this a while back on a to-do list.
Mm-hmm.
And the book that I had read said you write down everything that comes that needs to be done, you put it on the master to-do list. Then you go back and figure out what are those things that you need to do today. Just go
Mm-hmm.
through the list and figure out which ones those get done. Those get done on the day. Some of that stuff is not going to even matter right now.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the idea behind the 100 list of things that you want. Put it on the list. You don't have to try and figure out a game plan for it. It's just on the list.
Mm-hmm.
And then you pick your top 10. What are those 10 things that you're going to work on over the year? You got a whole year to figure it out. And then as you do your top 10, maybe you do your top 3 for the first 3 months of the year, first
Oh,
quarter. Just
first
kind
quarter.
of work on the top 3. Then you keep narrowing it down until, and then you get it done. It
How
gets done.
interesting.
It really does. It gets done. And then you've accomplished something. You can check something off your
Mm,
list
I like
because
checking stuff off.
it makes you happy to check things off the list. It's,
Oh my goodness.
what is it, an endorphin rush to check it off?
I don't know what happens, but it does give you a feeling of satisfaction. It makes me smile
Oh, I've
when I'm able to
accomplished
check
something.
something off.
I got that done. And, there's
Mhm.
other things to do. Rest should be on my list, on my
Mm,
top 10 list. So I'm going to celebrate something that I check off. And then I'm going to rest a little bit. Then I'm going to, okay, work on the next item that's on the
mm,
list.
mm-hmm. Okay.
But I'm working on my top 10.
Wow.
And my top 10 can include other people if I wanted to. It can just be me or whatever it happens to be, but
Mhm.
working on my top 10. Um, I like Mark today. What Mark had
Like
me
it's shining.
Yes, he is. He says, I always recommend that you focus on that which inspires the most resistance first.
Mm, mm-hmm. Eat
Completing
that
that
frog.
completing that will fuel you to move more rapidly through the rest. So,
Mhm.
is that the equivalent of Brian Tracy's Eat the Frog first?
Yes. Uh-huh.
Do
Mm-hmm.
the first thing that's the little bit more challenging and resistant and
And
push.
I tell you why that makes sense to me. It makes sense to me because if I start with that, that's when I had the most energy
Right. Because you don't have no energy for at the end of the day for the stuff and you can't be doing
for
no
the
hard.
hard stuff. You know what I mean? For the
Mm-mm.
challenging things. If you meet the challenge the first thing and you have a victory, no matter how long it took you.
Right. So you put the wherever your energy is, that's the thing that you work on, where your energy will be
Mm-hmm.
able to work on that. So I like that idea, Mark. Thank you so much for that, because I would like to get some things done. And I know me, all my brain work happens in the morning. Stuff
Mm.
on computers, me figuring out stuff. As the day goes on, I don't want to do math. I don't want to solve problems. I don't want to do puzzles
Two buses, yes. Uh-huh.
for work
Yes.
at the end of the day. That's just not my,
Mm.
that's not a good look. I don't like writing contracts at the end of the day.
Okay. All right. Detailed work is not a thing for the end of your day.
No, because you don't want to mess up on some stuff. I need to be clear, focused, and the most resistant things you have to do the hard work first. Is what I hear.
Mm-hmm.
See, Mark, and he put it nicely. Do the resistant work first. The misstep that make many of us take is to move between to-dos. Is the misstep that many of us take is to move between to-dos. It is much more effective. It is much more effective, if possible, to focus and complete one thing at a time. Do not
Mm-hmm.
move to the second item on your list until the first item is complete. Mark, I totally agree. And it just, let's just finish this. Let's just get through this right here
Yes.
and get this done, and then we move to the next one. I
Mm-hmm.
It is like if I'm working on maybe writing a blog post or whatever, finish
Mm.
writing the blog post before you start. Somebody, that's why it is good to manage interruptions.
Oh, I like it. Manage interruptions. Okay.
And if you're writing your blog or doing anything that requires your cerebral intention,
Mm-hmm.
turn off notifications, shut it down, and do, what do they call it? Pomodoro. I don't know why they just can't call it a push session. Timer for 25, set the timer for 25 minutes and push for 25 minutes. Get a glass of water, set the timer again for 25 minutes, push, and you're working on the one thing. You're not working on, like Mark says, the second and third thing. You're working on the one thing. Mark also says it does not feel great to get to the end of the day to discover that you completed only half of three things. You feel defeated and you did it to yourself. And the problem is you only did half of the three things. Now you got to go back when you could have had one of them three things completed, and you would only have two left. But now you still got three things that need to be done.
So it's like snowballing your to-do list.
Not a good idea. So what top 10 will you be working on? And we have from now to, well, whenever you want to do it, but I'm saying take it now, these last 2 months of the year, last month and a half of the year.
Yeah, we're
Ooh,
almost there.
we and figure
Who would
out
have
what your
thought?
top 10 will be for next year. Uh, You can do this, and just figuring out what you want. So the recipe was writing down 100 things. If you can, like I told Terry earlier today, it was a challenge. People were looking at me crazy, like,
Mm-hmm.
what do you
Mm-hmm.
mean write down
I,
100 things?
I had difficulty with it initially. I really did.
Thinking
Do I
of,
want 100 things? Are there 100 things that I want?
right.
You know what I mean?
And the way around that is, what don't you want?
What don't I want? Which makes sense.
So once you figure out what you don't want, write down what you do want. And then even if you got 50 of them, 25 things, you still going to take your top 10 and work toward that. And then break that down as you go along. But you will see some movement. You will see the needle move. You'll see the progress. You'll see you won't feel like you're stuck.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha.
And if you need help in that regard, Mark can help. He
Okay.
has a process breaking your life down into 10 categories to create a focus and strategy for the new year. So you need to look up Mark. You can go to
Mm-hmm.
askmarkward.com
Mm-hmm.
and DM him. He is on Instagram. I believe he's on Twitter. Yes, he's on Twitter, Instagram, Twitter. Um, where else can we find him? Instagram, Twitter, Facebook too.
Yes, that was me.
Ask
Mhm.
Mark Ward, not Word, Terry.
Did I say word? Oh,
Yes, yes.
that's my bad. Let me see if I can change that.
Well, you know, they're just gonna put it
Comment.
back up again.
Okay. Hey,
Ask
look, there's
Mark.
something that says delete the comment. Are
Oh,
you ready for
let's
that?
see. Okay, let's see.
I'm just saying,
Okay.
so I can correct it.
Okay, you got. I think you got to delete all. Well, maybe they won't let you delete it on
No,
YouTube. But
no,
okay,
I can put myself in timeout, but
no, okay.
that's
But askmarkward.com. Let him help you break your life down into 10 categories to create a
I think I
focus and
spelled it right this
strategy
time.
for the new year.
Mm-hmm. That's
Woohoo!
okay. There it is.
Yes, he is a life strategist, and you know we keep going around these circles, listening
Mm-hmm.
to the gurus, and there
Thank
he
you.
is. Thank you, Mark. Ask Mark Ward. He's on LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram. Oh, I gotta go follow
Oh,
you on
I see you,
TikTok.
Mike. Okay.
Ooh. So get down what it is that you're looking for in life. Get let's move the needle on your life
Mm-hmm.
so that you can feel like you've accomplished something, and you actually will accomplish some things. Not just feel it, but you should enjoy this journey and see some stuff get done.
Yeah. By all means, whatever you do, enjoy the journey, folks. I,
Please, 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 please
yeah,
enjoy the journey.
I see a lot of people with living lives of regret. Don't live a life of regret. Come on, enjoy the journey. Make sure one way to enjoy the journey is make sure you know what you want to, and you know you're headed in that direction.
Hmm. And it's okay to make course corrections. You may not get it all right or whatever, but you'll make course corrections, and we're here to help cheer you on.
And
We got coaches like Mark Ward that will help you by telling you drop and give me 20 and
mhm,
let's go. And then we have a community of businessmen and women who will surround you and help you, and you can talk to them over on bizchicks.net, where our community is. We are over in the community. You can go there. You can become a part of bizchicks.net. There is the it's open to everyone.
mhm.
We do have a paid option if you want to become a BizChicks VIP member. You get a little bit more perks. You get a monthly call. You get uh, you get access to our training vaults. You get to feature your business on whenever we have something going on. You can feature your business and that type of thing. But we are here to help you. We will be having some training sessions with
Mhm.
our, I was going to call our masterminds. Maybe that's it. Our masterminds. You get some wonderful mastermind sessions that you don't get with just the regular, um,
Complimentary
the
membership.
complimentary membership.
Mhm.
But with the complimentary membership, you do get a PDF on the top, the standard operating procedures for
Mhm.
business. And you can join one of two ways for BizChicks. You can text Biz to 33777, or you just go to bizchicks.net, sign in, complete your profile. You'll get a little welcome message. We have an accountability group over there. If you need somebody, you need an accountability buddy, you can go over there and put on like today, I posted what I'll be working on for this week. And at the end of the week, I'll give you all a little update in the accountability group so you can become a part of that. We have a community here specifically to help you build a profitable business that's fun to run, to take the hassle out of your hustle in a safe place, in a
Mm-hmm.
place where people are like minded and want to see you grow. We're getting better at it. We're going to become, I'm figuring out how to find the notifications so I can get them on my phone faster. And I'm not
Mm-hmm.
on my desktop. And we have a community liaison. I'm going to call her community manager is TK. She'll be helping out. And if you want to be the key player in the community, we would love to have you join uh, as a key member of
Mm-hmm.
the BizChicks community. Mark, I'm going to be talking to you about that as the life strategist that you are. We're going to be doing some workshops, so be looking for some things coming up in the coming months. We will be back at Seasons 52 in person if you're in the Sacramento area, and where we can gather together on a first Monday evening for what do we call that? Networking and connecting and sharing and growing in person with some really good food, healthy for you. And then there's always, we're looking to start some chapters like in Chicago, because Mark is in Chicago and so is Nicole. So maybe
Mm-hmm.
start a chapter there and they can find a nice little restaurant where the Biz Chicks in Chicago can get together. And if you would like to start a BizChicks group community in your area, we love for you to do that too. So let's talk about it.
We look forward to hearing from you, and we want you to know that we are looking forward to seeing those of you who are in the area at First Mondays this coming January is our first meetup for 2023. In the meantime, we want to remind you it's okay to make money in your business. Oh my goodness. We are so altruistic, No, you go, no, you go. It's okay to make money in your business. So go to the front of your own line. Have a great day, ladies and gentlemen, and we will see you tomorrow with Terry Johnson online everywhere, our,
Yes.
our digital strategist. So with that, marketing strategist. So with all the way from New York City. So with that, we love you, and we'll talk to you tomorrow. Have a great day. Bye bye.
Bye bye now.